Well, a radio talk show host is getting some attention for his question at Friday's White House press briefing. Watch this.
Let me go to the fourth Skype seat. Dale Jackson from WVNN Talk Radio in Huntsville, Alabama.
Sean, thank you very much for taking questions from outside the elite media bubble there in D.C. My question is about immigration.
The elite media bubble. No wonder Sean Spicer's got a big smile. Huntsville, Alabama talk radio host Dale Jackson blasting the bubble from the new White House Skype seat. And the mainstream media not happy with his remarks at all. Joining us right now via Skype, Dale Jackson, who joins us from Tennessee in somebody's lake house who's a friend of his. Dale, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so you took a shot at the people who were in that room, and I don't think they liked it.
No, they didn't. I had an opportunity to be there via Skype, and I took that opportunity to point out that the rest of America, regular America, flyover America, is a little tired of those people in that room. And we are done listening to everything that they say, and they feed us and they filter us. And what this White House has done, and I haven't been a big fan of Donald Trump from the beginning, but what this White House has done, it's allowed people like me who would never be allowed to come into that room to get in there and ask an actual question.
Absolutely. I understand some members of the mainstream media, though, said, look, we cannot have these local people asking questions because it's taking time away from the real journalists inside the White House press briefing room. That's what they said.
No, they absolutely believe that they have some sort of higher calling and they should be the only ones allowed in there, and only they should be allowed to ask those questions. They honestly feel as if me being there infringed on their time to ask about the Bowling Green massacre or whatever else they wanted to ask about. And the simple fact is I had a real question that nobody even cares about. All they care about is the fact that their feelings were hurt.
Well, you did ask about DACA, the Dreamers, and what did Sean Spicer say?
He said they're still working on it. I think they acknowledge that this is one of the promises they made, probably the foundation of the campaign, and the DACA and the DAPA folks are still out there getting work permits today, and that is not what the people who voted for Donald Trump wanted. They wanted this thing done away with from day one. You
know, from day one, you were not a fan of Donald Trump, were you?
No, I personally, I'm still not a fan of Donald Trump. I think he's somewhat of a jerk, but I will tell you this. The simple fact is he's done everything he said he was going to do, at least most of the things. I guess that's more accurate. And he's upset all the right people. And as long as he continues down this path and he follows some of his promises like he did with the Supreme Court and he eventually follows through on this immigration thing, I'm going to be happy with him. I'm going off of his action. At this point, he's the presidency and hold him accountable.
Okay, we had a little trouble hearing the last of the stuff, but I think we got the main thrust of it. Dale Jackson, we thank you very much for joining us live today here on Fox and Friends via Skype. And then he said something, we just couldn't hear it. Broadband problem.